Welcome back to the Crypto World channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and Bitcoin has just crossed over 50,000 US dollars today. After I filmed yesterday's video just here, we did have that short-term little cool-off as expected, and then we actually ran into some major support right here before this bounce to the upside. And in just a moment, I'll be analyzing the charts as always, giving you my next Bitcoin price targets and my Bitcoin strategy right now. Also, we have huge Bitcoin news today because Visa, one of the biggest payment processing systems in the world, is officially adopting NFTs. That is right. Visa has bought into NFTs right now. Later in the video, I'll also be covering the Bitcoin order books, which is important to pay attention to for all of the Bitcoin holders out there. I'll also be updating you guys on the Bitcoin funding rates. That's also important to pay attention to, and the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, because right now we are sitting at some extreme levels. All of that and more in this video, so make sure you watch all the way to the end, especially if you hold Bitcoin or you're wanting to buy into Bitcoin. This video is for you. But just before we jump into it, be sure to leave a like on the video down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so that you're not missing out on any of these future videos. I post these videos every day here on the channel, so if you could just spend a couple seconds out of your day to click like and subscribe, honestly, that seriously means a lot to me and it helps out the channel so much. But with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into what this video is about. So first of all, we're on the Bitcoin US dollar chart on the 1 hour time frame to start off with, and quickly recapping yesterday's video. I filmed yesterday's video right here, letting you guys know that it's actually quite likely we're going to have, a short-term dip. Now, to be perfectly honest, I was actually expecting this short-term bearish price action to last a little bit longer, to be completely honest with you. But of course, we ran into this major support level at around 48,000 US dollars. I've previously covered that very significant level on this channel over the past few days or so, because this was previously huge resistance for the Bitcoin price all the way back here over a week ago now. And of course, if we break above resistance, as I always mention on this channel, after we break above resistance, that then flips into new support, which is exactly what we found recently for Bitcoin just here at around 48,000 once again. And so once we bounced at 48,000 just there, we also saw a small little golden cross in the MACD on the 1 hour time frame, which signaled this bullish movement that came next, obviously, that actually pushed the Bitcoin price finally back above 50,000 US dollars. Now, it's important to mention that right here on the 1 hour chart, again, we do actually have another bearish cross just about to happen. But keep in mind, all of these bullish crosses and bearish crosses on the really small time frame, such as the 1 hour time frame, for example, they aren't extremely significant. So they really only lead to these sort of moves just here to the downside, or these sort of moves to the upside. So not massive moves, because obviously if you're zooming all the way out to the 4 hour chart, for example, that move to the downside wasn't really that massive. And this move to the upside as well wasn't really that massive. So once again, the indicators that we're seeing on the 1 hour chart, they aren't extremely significant. They look significant on the 1 hour chart, but when you're zooming out and looking at the big picture, they aren't that crazy. So I just want to make that clear for all of you out there. But yeah, on the 1 hour chart, once again, we're getting ready for another bearish cross. But the last time that we actually saw a couple bearish crosses just here on the 1 hour time frame in the MACD, they basically just led to sideways consolidations pretty much. We didn't really see that much bearish price action. It was once again just some sideways price action after that death cross. So first of all, 2 death crosses ago, all the way back here, once again, that was just some sideways price action before we saw a bullish cross just here, which actually signaled this little pump to the upside. And then pretty much the next day, we actually saw another bearish cross here in the MACD, which actually signaled this sideways consolidation, which happened over the next couple days, as you can see. And then some very slight bearish price action as we started bouncing along these support levels. And then once again, we saw the bullish cross just there again, which actually signaled that move to the upside. And so that's where we are right now. Once again, we're about to get another bearish cross, which could signal some more sideways consolidation in around this range just here. Once again, we're roughly around 50,000 US dollars, give or take, at the time of filming this video. So in the immediate short term, some sort of consolidation between around 51K down towards around 49K approximately, that sort of range just there. I would actually expect, just a short-term consolidation in that sort of range before eventually, obviously, Bitcoin decides its next movement, and that will be determined by some bigger time frames. So looking at the 2 hour time frame, we're seeing similar things to the 1 hour time frame. So once again, we saw that bullish cross here at pretty much this low right here. But right now, we are actually seeing a very small bearish divergence form in the 2 hour time frame. As you can see, we saw a high and a higher high in the Bitcoin price, but in the RSI, we saw a high and a lower high just here. So once again, that is just a bearish divergence, and all it basically means is just in the immediate short term, we are losing some of the bullish momentum just in the short term once again, and we are simply due for perhaps a sideways consolidation, if not slightly to the downside. And as I've mentioned in a lot of my recent recent videos, I would actually consider any sort of bearish price action that we do see on the chart as a buying opportunity to hold for the longer term. Once again, when it comes to these short-term little dips just here, I am actually accumulating Bitcoin, as I've always mentioned on this channel. Now, zooming out to the 4-hour time frame, as you can see just here, we're actually not really seeing anything too crazy. Obviously, we formed a new higher high, which is actually a bullish sign, but looking at, the RSI just here, we're pretty much consolidating sideways. And looking at the MACD just here on the 4-hour time frame, it's actually looking very neutral. So it's slightly bullish as of right now, but it's not overly bullish. Looking at the actual momentum indicator just here, once again, it's looking pretty flat, showing some potential signs of weakness in this uptrend, but still not overly bearish. So once again, on the 4-hour time frame, we're not really getting too much from that. And a similar thing goes for the daily time frame. Once again, we're looking somewhat neutral in terms of these other indicators just here on the daily time frame. They're not overly bullish and they're not overly bearish, so I know that can be a bit of annoying for all of you viewers out there, but the Bitcoin price itself, as I've always mentioned throughout the past couple of weeks just here, we are still in an uptrend on the daily time frame. We are still forming higher lows and higher highs on the daily time frame. We have not changed that ever since this low at around 29,000. So on the daily time frame, I am actually still bullish on Bitcoin. But keep in mind something else that I've also mentioned in a lot of my recent Bitcoin videos, staying on the daily chart just here, but bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool just here. As you can see, we are getting very close to the golden pocket, one of the most important Fibonacci levels, which is of course the 61.8% Fibonacci level. And historically speaking, if that level is above the price, that level is resistance for the Bitcoin price. And that important Fibonacci level is coming in at around 51,000 US dollars. It's actually just above 51,000. So really, if we start breaking above around 52,000, that's how you know we're starting to get above that 61.8% Fibonacci level on the daily time frame. So that's going to be something really important to pay attention to as well, because while the Bitcoin price is still below around 51 to 52,000 US dollars, we cannot get ahead of ourselves. So even though it's obviously great to celebrate Bitcoin hitting 50,000 US dollars, once again, we still have this important level that is above the Bitcoin price that we need to pay attention to. But it's important to mention as well, if the Bitcoin price does get above that range just there, then that is obviously a very bullish sign for Bitcoin. And in fact, the next Fibonacci level above that level just there is the 78.6% Fibonacci level, and that's coming in at around 57,500 US dollars, which is pretty close to this high just here, this last major high on the Bitcoin chart before that crash just there. And that high is coming in at around 59,000 US dollars, and anything above that little area just there, we're pretty much just targeting the all-time high itself, coming in at just under 65,000 US dollars, which is obviously pretty crazy, but it is only a matter of time before we actually get to those prices just there. So all of this short-term bearish and bullish price action that I'm talking about on these lower time frames, such as the 2-hour time frame, the 1-hour time frame, all of that should not matter for the long-term holders out there. Of course, if you're trading Bitcoin, you can accumulate even extra Bitcoin on this short-term volatility. But once again, for you long-term holders out there, this should not worry you at all. And in fact, I'm using these short-term cool-offs as buying opportunities once again to hold for the longer term, because seriously, it is only a matter of time before Bitcoin breaks that all-time high again at around 65,000 US dollars. It's just important for us to not forget these other important resistance levels as well, because it's still totally possible that the Bitcoin price can get a rejection from those levels and head a little bit lower. And of course, if that's the case, we obviously have strong support at around 48,000 US dollars. And then we also have very strong support coming in at around 44,000 US dollars initially, where these lows just here, and then also at around 40,000 US dollars, give or take. So right now, the Bitcoin price has a lot of support below us on this daily time frame, and we only really have that one major short-term resistance level above the price. But something else to keep in mind is that there's still a lot of sell orders here for Bitcoin to the upside, but obviously we finally dissolved that huge sell war that was sitting at around 50,000 US dollars. Once again, I've covered in a couple of my recent Bitcoin videos that there was a lot of sell orders placed at pretty much exactly 50,000. So now that the Bitcoin price is above 50,000, all of those people that were selling Bitcoin at 50,000 have now sold that Bitcoin. Of course, that is a good sign for Bitcoin moving forward. And once again, looking at the order books, we're not really seeing any major spike in the actual sell orders just here, all the way up until around 52,000 US dollars, where we see our first major spike. But other than that, we're still looking pretty steep in terms of the sell orders just here, but it's not really at a particular price level. But in terms of support just here to the downside, we have a major spike in the buy orders at around 49.2K. So that's going to be some short short-term support for Bitcoin as well at about 49,200 once again. Zooming out a little bit further, we also have some more major support coming in at around 47,000 US dollars. And then at around 52.5K, the sell orders pick up again, which will also provide a bit of short-term resistance for Bitcoin. Now, something that's really cool that happened just hours before this video was actually this huge NFT giveaway. And as you can see just here, in about 20 hours from now, the next NFT giveaway will happen. So pretty much once a day, there's NFT giveaways happening right now, and that is actually for the World Series of Trading. And on this page just here, which by the way, you'll find a link to this page in the first link in the description down below. But yeah, on this page just here, you can actually see who won some of these NFTs. And by the end of this trading competition, the top 10 NFT holders will actually get a major reward as well. So for example, first place actually gets 6,000 US dollars on top of all of this extra NFTs as well. So it's basically just free money. So if you want to actually get involved in this as well, because I'm actually involved in it, all you need to do to start receiving these free NFTs and potentially win thousands of dollars is simply just to join the World Series of Trading, either in a troop or in the solo competition. And I've actually already got a team in the World Series of Trading. So far, we've got 27 members. So thank you for all 27 of you that have signed up so far. And what's really cool as well is just by joining my team, you actually get a free $50 bonus that you'll actually receive when this trading competition starts in less than 5 days. So once again, the first link in the description down below will take you to this page where you can join my team if you would like to. But I want to make it clear that I don't actually recommend leverage trading for the complete beginners out there. This is mainly for those of you that have a bit of experience in these markets, and especially for those of you that are trading anyway. Now getting into some major Bitcoin news today, we actually have Visa. That is right, Visa, the biggest payment processor in the world, officially just announced that they are getting into NFTs. So as you can see just here, this is an official statement on their verified Visa News Twitter account. As you can see just here, over the last 60 years, Visa has built a collection of historic commerce artifacts. From early paper credit cards to the Zip Zap machine, today as we enter a new era of NFT commerce, Visa welcomes CryptoPunk number 7610 to our collection. And of course, this is the CryptoPunk that they accumulated right here. And if you actually click on this link just here, it takes you to this official page where you can actually see exactly how much Visa paid for this picture. And I want you guys to guess in the comment section down below how much you think Visa paid for this picture. So I'll give you guys a quick second to leave your comments down below. You can pause the video if you like. But yeah, now taking a look at how much Visa actually paid for this simple picture just here. Visa actually paid 150,000 US dollars for this one single NFT just here. And this is actually one of the cheaper CryptoPunks out there. Some of these CryptoPunks sell for millions of dollars, which in my opinion, I don't really see why, to be completely honest with you. Of course, they're NFTs and they're one of a kind and all of that sort of stuff. And I totally get the value in certain NFTs because obviously some of the artworks out there are actually incredible. But when it comes to the CryptoPunks just here, for some of the prices that they go for, once again, it just doesn't make too much sense for me. But I want to hear your opinions on all of this in the comment section down below. Do you think these digital pictures are actually worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars? But either way, what I think doesn't matter too much according to Visa, once again, because they have bought this CryptoPunk. And obviously a company like Visa getting into NFTs at all is actually a bullish sign on the grand scheme of things. This is a sign of mass adoption because obviously when the general public see a company such as Visa with their reputation getting into NFTs, which is only a niche market in the entire crypto marketplace, once again, this will bring more attention to the overall crypto market and in NFTs in particular, which is a net bullish thing for the entire crypto market in the longer run. And I'll quickly update you guys on the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index today. I actually went into more detail about this yesterday on the channel. So for the brand new viewers on this channel, after you finish watching this video, definitely check out my last Bitcoin update because once again, I explained this in more detail and explained how this can actually be a warning sign for Bitcoin. But basically today, we're still in this extreme greed reading just here. And in fact, we've gone even higher since yesterday, as you can see. So this is still a bit of a warning sign for Bitcoin because of course, if we're sitting at these extreme greed levels, getting closer and closer to euphoric levels, that is a sign that the market is getting closer and closer to another potential correction. And the higher that this number goes, and also the longer that we stay in these extreme greed levels, that means once again that it is getting more and more likely for potentially some bearish price action to come into play. Obviously, this indicator doesn't tell us exactly when it's going to happen. It just tells us that we are due for some bearish price action once again. But anyway, that's just about everything I have to say for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, be sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on channel for more videos like this one. I seriously do appreciate all of your support on this channel at the moment. I can't thank you guys enough. We're actually already getting closer towards 60,000 subscribers, which is crazy. I can't even believe I'm saying those numbers. And I only have all of you to thank for it. So seriously, thanks once again. But anyway, that's really everything I have to say for this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.